150 years after Henry VIII brought the Protestant Reformation to England, the decisive battle was fought. The people of England were determined to have a government based on the Protestant standards for unmediated biblical faith. When King James II wanted to return the country to the Roman Catholic authority, Parliament deposed James from the throne and called for his daughter Mary and her husband William of Orange to take control. This was the Glorious Revolution. England gladly welcomed the Protestant king and queen, which meant a more powerful representative government in Parliament, along with the continuity of the Protestant faith. In the meantime, James II, having escaped to France, formed an alliance with King Louis XIV. James, eager to regain power, returned to Ireland with a French army intent on claiming Great Britain for France. On July 12th in the year 1690, the forces of King William of Orange and James II met for battle at the Boyne River. King William was victorious. Great Britain remained Protestant, and the Glorious Revolution was won. King William's stand on the principle of individual freedom in faith meant other religions were accepted and all citizens considered equal in Great Britain. Over the last 400 years, the Protestant standards have been the underpinnings of freedom in government, of personal faith, of community outreach, and have made up the character of Great Britain and all the countries she bore, including America.
This was not really England against Ireland. This was the forces of Protestant tolerationism from William of Orange, Holland, against the forces of French absolutism under the despot Louis XIV.
The emotional and psychological impact of the Orange Parades cannot be underestimated. Much is at stake. Many ancient lines and deeply held convictions converge at these parades. How can a day that celebrates faith and history, tradition and family, be such a lightning rod?
Northern Ireland is 6 counties in the northeastern part of the island. It was carved out as a state in 1921 because pressure for an independent Ireland from the nationalist community. The British government had decided to grant an independent Republic of Ireland. The Protestant people of Ireland were against a united Ireland. They wanted to stay British. They are British and they remain British even though they're born in Ireland. And in the 6 northeastern counties which now comprise Northern Ireland, the vast majority of the population was Protestant and Unionist, wanted to stay British. And so those 6 counties opted out of the independent Ireland, and the majority of people, mainly Protestant but also some Roman Catholics, still wish to remain British and for Northern Ireland to remain part of what is formally the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. That is the country we belong to. For some reason in the late 1980s, the Republican movement, by that we mean Sinn Féin and the IRA, the Republican movement decided to start attacking the Orange Order in the late 1980s. So since 1989, we've had 246 Orange halls burnt. In fact, it's 247 because another one was burnt last night. We see the Orange Institution as being the organisation which can unite a diverse number of people from different Protestant backgrounds.
The Protestant people had a way of connecting through lodges, which is what people did in those days, and building kind of solidarity, common ground, trade credit unions, looking after each other in times of deprivation, supporting one another, often when they were a minority, and keeping their flame alive and always connecting it with the church, whether it were Methodist, Anglican, Baptist, Presbyterian, always connecting their group identity with something bigger than the group, which was their Christian or church identity. This proved to be enormously successful in keeping the culture alive. It is to this day, although today it is under threat.
The Glorious Revolution strengthened the parliamentary government and established religious freedom for all citizens. The Orange Order was founded to protect these ideals and to remind the people of the core beliefs and traditions of their forefathers.
The Orange Order was formed in 1795 as an organisation although prior to that there had been, for the previous 105 years, since 1690, there had been celebrations by diverse groups with orange in their name to celebrate the victory at the Battle of the Boyne in 1690, which was a victory for the Protestant cause, but which brought civil rights and civil liberties to all people in the British Isles.
Well, the core belief is that you believe in the Lord Jesus Christ. That is one thing. If you don't, you can't be an Orangeman. And your loyalty to the British Crown, also very important.
Then the other aspect is the cultural and fraternal aspects of the institution. That's also very important. A recent internal survey by an English university indicated that about 47% believed that the religious aspect was the most important aspect of the institution, and about 45% believed that the fraternal and cultural aspects were just as important.
We believe that every man, woman or child has a right to worship the Lord as he feels and as he believes.
The tradition now would appear to be as important now as ever. The Protestant community within Northern Ireland would feel under threat. This is a very safe way to show off our tradition. We're not being violent, we're just meeting, we're talking to each other, we have a Christian gathering. We don't wish to offend anybody, we try not to offend anybody, but there's certain things that we do.
Americans have reason to care very much about the Orange Order and their traditional parades. The faith and freedom principle that the parades celebrate is fundamental to the Declaration of Independence as well as the Constitution.